fucking, Jake. Get out of here, Jake. Nah, well, it's only midnight. Halloween. You better fucking be doing something, you asshole. Fucking love you.
Welcome to Parking Lot Drunk with Sean Burke and Christian Sanders.
Revolution spreading. The
Percolating.
overall disdain for billionaire class is happening.
It does seem to be palpable in terms of popular culture. It's becoming more and more the norm. Where it is kind of pick and choose though, because people get they're just so misguided with like where people are directing their rage. Like I don't know if you saw that people are mad at Nate Bargatze.
I can't imagine. Like I'm sure they're just kind of tying themselves in knots trying to blame that dude. That is the most calm, like level-headed, nonpartisan, it seems like, dude that I've seen.
And yeah, he's towed the line pretty well, but he is from Tennessee, and people are mad because the photo just came out of him posing with a Republican representative from Tennessee. And I'm pretty sure she posted it, and it's not like an endorsement, it's anything. It's just like the dude is developing like an amusement park in Tennessee, and so he's probably got a fucking glad hand a little bit, but immediately just everybody's just throwing the baby out with the bathwater and just like, fuck you, you can't just be glad handing with MAGA subservient scum. You think that we're gonna keep supporting you? I'm like, all right, cool, like
yeah.
And I'm I do need to battle the thing in me that like wants to like explain yourself, where you're like, do you not get it? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the bait. I'm you know what? I'm deleting threads. Fuck this. Fuck these people. You don't like them. You don't have to like them.
It's also the internet. Like,
yeah,
internet's always loud and obnoxious. So it just seems like the craziest thing about the whole Epstein thing is that,
which there's so many of the craziest things.
Like, QAnon was right.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy, but they were wrong about who did it, and now they don't care.
There's probably, let's be honest, there's probably an overlap of like, there were probably Democrats and Republicans involved. But maybe it wasn't being operated out of a fucking pizza shop in DC, but like,
yeah.
And that's the sad state of affairs right now, is like, once you start looking into like why people were so convinced, and you see all the weird coincidences, and I'm not pro Pizzagate. I've listened to some wild podcasts, but then like
that was just like the laziest. Well, yeah, that sounds like a little kid made that up. Like that sounds like a kid that pizza place. That's in the basement. There's no basement there. Well, they don't show it. It's hidden.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I listened to the podcast, but obviously if they're skewed a certain way, they're gonna make it seem. Doesn't it seem reasonable?
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, it was like the logo was like a Greek god that was had implications of certain like pedophilia and whatever, but that's where we're at right now. It's like it's all becoming more and more believable, because everything is so fucking unbelievable now. Like what the news that comes out, where it's just like any act of unspeakable evil is suddenly more believable, because it's killing babies and throwing them in the lake, or
9-year-olds
burying people on golf courses in Ranchos Palos Verdes, and like who fucking knows? Like, it's so crazy. Like what is how true everything is, what is true, what isn't, what are just like, because
I mean, it's also, you think billionaires are billionaires because they're smarter than you.
No.
They are not. They are openly communicating over email with like specific details. Like the one with the 9-year-old was like, what would be the point of including that in an email? You both know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, and like on Epstein's side, you know why, because it's like he is gathering evidence and blackmail material. So, so he's building files and cases on everybody, so he can, ostensibly, use it against them for whatever ends and means.
Maybe they just thought they were all on the same team, so this would never come out. But
honor among thieves.
If I write something questionable in an email, I'm like, I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave
if
this
it-
in.
I-
I'm not gonna send this.
all the time. If I think something could be screenshotted and used against me, like, could this age poorly? Like,
Yeah.
it's fine now, but like, could this term or something be used poorly down the line, or like just even like a joke that could be taken out of context? You're like, no, I'm gonna keep it straight across
Yeah.
the plate. There's just no fucking spikes on it. It's all just nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And but I'm also not talking about 9-year-old Brazilians and shipments of people. So
Yeah.
but
It's just crazy to see an entire side of the aisle that was so hell bent on exposing this, and then they got the truth, and they're like, "Well, shit,
just silence, just not doing shit.
this is all our guys."
Yeah, and like, well, the Clintons, like, take them too, take them both. I don't sell them. I don't give a fuck. Take the whole family.
It's just
bloodline.
very
Remove
obvious.
The bloodline.
You're just like, oh, well, the Clintons, and then the Clintons are like, let's do a public hearing. We're game for it, and they're like, fuck, we can't do that.
Yeah, and I am curious how far that could make it before they Epstein themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of this shit where it's like, at this point, it's mostly out. So like, anything you're doing to fight it is very clear why you're fighting it.
Yeah, Bannon coming. That dude is just like, how people haven't gone after him is. And I don't think there's this. We should get a lawyer team, because at some point I'm gonna step into some shit here.
This is not advice.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
not
just
calling for
curious.
anything. We're just asking questions.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
he seems like a pretty evil guy who's just openly.
Well, just Joe Rogan this entire thing, be like, we're just asking questions.
Just ask questions. Like,
I'm just curious.
Bannon's saying in 2028 this dude's for sure gonna run, and nobody seems to be like, well, how do we make sure that doesn't happen? And like, I don't think God's gonna step in and do us any favors by just being like, you know what, he's done. He's out of the running. I got you. So I mean, hopefully. Sidebar: I did look up the website Is He Dead Yet? Just so I'm like, maybe I'll get that one. Maybe that's how I make my first million.
I feel like I've seen that.
And well, no, it's available from GoDaddy for $19,000 and change.
Oh, okay.
And so I was sort of like, I could do like a close enough version.
I feel like there's a bunch of variations of like,
.net?
I feel like there's one that I saw. I was like, has he died yet, or something like that, where like, it's very clear what we're.
Yeah, everybody knows. Like, if you're like, is he dead yet? Did he die? Like, who we want. Like, and even if you like the guy, you're like, what, you talking about my guy?
Yeah. But, no, I haven't. I'm not talking about him. Yeah.
But this is also like interesting, just because it is like we've talked about it before, where it's just like you have all the money, you have all the power, and it's just not enough. You got to delve into these like weird, deviant, like perverted, evil, like corners of the human psyche and what people are capable of. And it's like, why? You have power over everybody, and you still have to like inflict it on to like the most powerless people there. And it is like, it does sort of seem like crime is a symptom that happens on both extremes of wealth. If you have no money or no power, you resort to crime. And
I think that's more explainable though.
Yeah.
Because I don't have, like, once you see like these systems that are built the way they're built, they're intentional to keep you down. So like, that's more explainable when like you hear about somebody, oh, this guy robbed a place to get money to pay for his sick kid or something.
Absolutely.
But a billionaire does it. That's just a mentally unstable person who's like, I need it all. And like I saw this interview with this, I can't remember what she was. She was some like author that was talking about how billionaires think is that everyone else is wrong and I'm a billionaire, so that reinforces my idea that I'm right. So like, regardless of how you got that money, it could be super shady, it could be given to you from your dad or something. It doesn't matter. You just see, I'm worth this much, so obviously I know what to do. Like, my ideas are the best because I've made it as a billionaire. So like, that's all they think about. It doesn't think about like, how will this help the community of the world or anything. It's just about my goals. This is what I do. And that kind of speaks to like this broader bubble of these insulated, powerful people that just like, well, I'm in power. So like anything that Mike Johnson says, nobody believes it. Like, including people like, no, even a kid could look at that and be like, that guy's lying.
Those are clearly lies.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this weird kind of, we all know, but we're still going to go through the motions of hiding it and continue to act like it's something else.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Like, my conspiracy is like, do they know something that we don't? Like, is the meteor coming? And they're just like, this is just like last call, anything goes. Like, and just because they're just hoarding all the wealth, and like there is absolutely no plan for the future. Like, even if having all the money is like a long-term plan, it's just like they're all old. Like,
yeah, I don't think they think that far ahead. You hear that all the time about like companies that lay off 30,000 people, and then they're like, "Oh, Jim did that. Well, let's hire Jim back." Oh, who did that? Like, they make these decisions purely from a financial standpoint, where they're just numbers, and then they don't realize that the implications of any of that down the line, where they have to kind of pivot later.
And meanwhile, they're creating more have-nots who are maybe gonna have to resort to crime, and it's like the wealth disparity. Like, the poor people commit crimes because they have to, or they feel like they're out of options. Meanwhile, the 1% they commit crime because they can, or they feel validated to do it because they're like you said, they've classed out of like the normal people's like rationale, where it's just like, well, obviously I'm right. Like, if they were right, they would be billionaires too. And it's like, we've touched on it, and we delve deeper into it on a different episodes, but like, it does seem like billionaire is should be classified, and it is a mental illness, because these people aren't rational. They're not living in the normal world, and they are not behaving as if they live in the world that the rest of us have to.
They're just a drain.
Yeah, they're parasites.
Like, they don't contribute to anything. Like, oh, well, he contributes all these jobs. Yeah, but they also manipulate how high wages can go. Yeah, they crush unions. Like,
they make all these jobs that are the only options because they're classing everybody else out, and like, so no one can compete. And then that's why they're
trying to replace everybody with robots and AI. Is that, oh, let's just rush to do it. So
anyway, welcome back to Parking Lot Drunk, guys. We're hot. We're on it. We're like, all right, now we get the plan. Jeez Louise, we can't.
And I don't feel like we're at the shouting at traffic to no one. I feel like the majority, like 80% of America, is here with us, and just being like, can we all agree that these guys suck?
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
And if they can't, let's find a middle ground where we can get to the place where we do agree, where it's just like, well, they all gotta go. Like, they all suck. That we're all getting fucked by them. How about we come together and find a way to hold their feet to the fire a little bit and hold them accountable, so we can like get back to having a middle class and having a way that all of us can survive and thrive and, live in a global community. Who's with me? Anybody? Hell.
Yeah. I feel like having Alex Preddy get executed for all the things that the right stands for really put things in perspective of like, oh, this is what we've been rallying about, why we need guns for so long. Like,
oh yeah,
it couldn't have been a more touched on things of like, he helped veterans, he had a legal gun with him, he didn't shoot it, he didn't brandish it, and they still killed him. You can't use the, well, they're coming for my guns argument anymore, because
prove the irony of the fact that flag is yellow, because that showed you guys that's your true colors. If you're not standing up now, you're never gonna. But that is no bueno. But
it is pretty awesome to see what happened in Minnesota as a response of like the whole city just being like, no, fuck this. This is what was that movie, Toy Soldiers, where they're like, we're going to set up self-barricades, we're going to do all these things, and we don't give a fuck. Like, the entire city did that, which is really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And like,
you think of like a Midwestern town, it's probably got a conservative base, but I don't know the demographics of Minnesota, or Minneapolis, but the fact that the majority of the city was kind of thrust into these kind of tactics.
It
is
only
pretty
takes
awesome.
3% of a population to stage a successful coup. So as long as you got the 3%, then I don't know, man. I watched Black Hawk Down for the first time ever, and like, this is the most heavily armed military. They have all the Black Hawk helicopters. They have all the weaponry, and yeah, I mean, like the Somalis were very heavily armed. Was it Somalia?
I think it
Or
was.
Sudan. Anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a
We're gonna
very
edit
long
that
time.
out. Regardless, yeah, they had AKs and they had weaponry, but like it's just a swarm of people and like just blocking streets and just fucking shit up. And like at the end of the day, if that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But like blockading streets with, depending on who sides with whom, like if you get the garbage men on your side, you get the, whatever public services, like, or just, fucking blue collar workers. Like what's been heartening to me is seeing official union representatives putting out statements in support of, like, against ICE officially. Like electrical workers come out because it's like a threat to the working people, like Alex Peretti, blue collar union workers who were legally owning guns. If they're not protected, none of us are protected.
Yeah.
And so, and like there are a lot of fucking numbskull fucking people in the union and the blue collar, but like by and large, union people, like, they see the benefit because they're getting the benefits of being unionized.
Yeah.
So,
which is finally coming back because, like, just to think of how any blue collar working class person could view themselves in Trump's words and actions is insanity. Like,
well, yeah, but that, I mean, we're well past that, like, whatever that thing of disbelief, because it's just like you can't. It's no longer logical. Because like if they were using logic, they wouldn't. If you were a Christian, you wouldn't be able to look at that guy and be like, he's one of me. Like, none across the board. He's just telling people what they want to hear, and if it's what you want to hear, you signed up for it, and it's past the point.
Yeah.
It's like either you have to admit you're wrong and walk yourself back and be like, all right, now what? And most people aren't going to do that. Most people are just stuck in their way, or they're in their little echo chamber where they just listen to the right things that tell them they're right, and they talk to the right people, and they've like we are 10 years in, so we, like, people have been isolated out of, like, people have written off family members that, like, they can't talk to, and like, or
yeah, because at this point, it's not a political difference; it's a ideological difference.
It's gotten tribal, and like some of the stuff recently has made people reconsider, and I have seen people come around a little bit, and which is good, but it's like it's not to the degree and to the numbers that, like, we really need to, like, fucking get the ship straightened out.
Yeah,
and because, like, again with the Epstein files and all this shit, it's just like, I don't see there's no accountability. No one's being brought to trial. No, like, I haven't heard shit.
The rest of the world is doing that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not yet, I think, is the key. That's the one solace, is that we are going to have a Nuremberg for ICE agents. Like, and you kind of already see it with the DHS kind of trials right now, where they're just grasping at straws, like that fucking leech Pam Bondi trying to explain herself is just like, you're going to jail. Like,
dude, absolutely.
You fucking, like, you are done, and you're just grasping at straws.
I want to see one of them, like, just have that moment of clarity and be honest. Be like, just have that live moment and be like, you're right. We're all lying. Just somebody fucking be the sacrificial
I think right now
lamb.
they know that they're totally fucked, so they can't.
Yeah.
Really, because they're already, even if they did that, nothing's going to help them when it happens. But that's where it becomes kind of a dangerous, scary type of situation, which is why we should institute the guillotine back.
Yeah. I was wondering if this was the way to bring up the topic for today, but yeah, that's what we want to talk about.
An old school solution for new world problems.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you got to move back to move forward. So, public executions. Who's with us? Anybody? No, but I mean, the guillotine is like it is a an emblem of revolution and repercussions that has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
And it is interesting. Like I was, you hear about the guillotine. It's it's an efficient, it's simple, just real, gets the job done.
Yeah, and it's kind of become this thing that like it sounds very high class just because it sounds French.
Oh yeah,
Because
guillotine.
it essentially is European French, but just the fact of like, well, it's a more refined palate. I drink my Merlot while I watch head gets chopped off into baskets.
But I mean, I don't know anything. It is a French mode of execution, but it was used in America as a I'm blanking on the word for the state execution. Criminal.
Yeah,
like an electric chair. What's that kind of lethal? Fuck. What's it?
humane.
No, man. I'm getting fucking old and
Yeah.
dumber, but whatever.
It is just crazy that the French were going through the system where they had barbaric, torturous methods of execution for criminals, kind of regardless of the crime.
Yeah.
But in America, we're just like, we'll just string them up by rope and just keep doing that. Like that was the kind of tried and true process here.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something about human history is just like originally when people were hung, they didn't drop them like they they adopted later. They're like, it took a long time. They were just stringing people up and letting them fucking asphyxiate with no and then somebody was like, it's very strange.
I got shit to do, man.
Yeah, they're like, all right, this seems inhumane. Let's fucking kick them off a chair. You're like, how is that better? But somehow it is.
It's also like a weird thing of like, when do you get to that point? Because reading those early accounts of pre-guillotine capital punishment.
That's the word.
Oh, okay. It seemed like they were just angry.
Yeah.
Like, how much bad shit had to happen where you're like, let's just pull out all of his hair, rip his teeth out, and pull his fingers off. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
It had to have happened a lot with no kind of problems, but...
I mean, the history of human torture, of us just torturing ourselves under the guise of punishment or, breaking a law and you face consequences.
Yeah, I mean, like, the imperialistic kind of side of it where it's like, we just need to clear these people out. That makes, by their logic of, like, you're just trying to kill people.
Yeah. And, like, I understand that, like, especially you going back and you're just more barbaric, the seemingly, or arguably, the more you go back in time, the more barbaric things go, like with crucifixion and, like, drawing quarters and
cutting off hands for people stealing bread.
And shit like that, which, in certain I mean, they used the guillotine up until, like, 1981 in the United States.
Yeah.
So, like... It's not. It is barbaric and old, but it's also not that old. Like it was still being used. But apparently, that was the more humane version of like, oh well, we're just gonna have a guy with a really sharp axe, or, boiling him alive in tar.
Which is insane because guns exist.
Yeah, like
it's the.
But they apparently the spectacle or the idea of, like a really painful and drawn out affair is more of a deterrent.
Yeah, it keeps everybody in line.
Well, one bullet. I mean, what's that going to keep you from doing? I'm like, I mean, a lot, but
yeah,
the guillotine, baby. That's 1790s French Revolution. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette came under the blade. That's famously probably the most famous.
There's just something so poetically great about rulers meeting their end by the hands of people in these type of situations, whether it's like the Russian Revolution, the slave revolts in Haiti, like all these kind of ideas of fuck these people.
Yeah, like that does seem like the best case scenario for criminal justice. Be like, yeah, you fucked us for so long, your heads will roll.
That is the one thing through all of these times now where it's like we're getting fucked by the billionaire class, the Epstein class, like knowing that these things kind of self-correct throughout history. They have, who's to say if they will this time, but knowing that at some point somebody's head's gonna roll. And that's the one thing that is like, all right, let's just stay in this fight a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, times get a little dark, and the boohoo set in, and you're like, yeah. But if I'm already at this point, then why not go to this point?
Yeah.
If I'm already gonna get taken out, then what's we'll see.
Yeah, that's the Christmas tree type of situation where it's like, well, it's shitty now, but Christmas is around the corner. So
yeah, if we can just hold off winter a little longer, spring's just around the corner. So come on, the sun will rise
get those
again.
fat orange painted necks into a little stockade and call it a day.
But the history, the guillotine is of French origin. What was his actual name? Do you remember?
I don't remember his whole name, but he was a statesman and kind of a dude that it seemed like they were trying to find a more humane way of doing things because it was just taking too long, torturing people for 4 hours while a group in a public park watch, but also is more humane to just be like, these are the costs of crime, like you're dead and that's it, and we can do it quickly and efficiently. It's not a big deal. But the dude who brought it up, the guy who's named after, never built one. He proposed it as a solution to a more humane way, and then they ridiculed him for years about it. And that's the only reason the name stuck around, is they wrote pub songs about it and been like, oh yeah, that idiot with his guillotine, let's do that. And then they eventually built one and used it. And he never actually participated in building one, showing them how to do it. It was just something that came about after, and we remember him for it, which is, it would be tough to be that dude's legacy.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, the guillotine, you don't meet many guillotines these days. I mean, obviously I don't fraternize with many French, but there is an old wives' tale that the inventor of the guillotine died by the guillotine, but that is false. That did not happen. It would be funny, but it isn't it's one of those stories that you like hearing, and then you can kind of perpetuate without fact checking it, but it is not true.
It's also just weird that we draw a line with how we're like, it's got to be humane, so we got to do this. And then we're like, well, it's too good, so that's not humane anymore.
Yeah, that was some feedback from the crowd. That was the Yelp review from the people of the time, was because public executions used to be a big affair. You get nice clothes on, you go get to see the criminals get
a funnel cake, bring the family,
get a nice turkey leg, watch somebody get decapitated. Hopefully, a noble of some sort. And when the guillotine came out, it was very efficient. It had it varied from the previous versions of the guillotine, like the Scottish Maiden and the gibbet, which didn't have the along the blade that kind of cascaded down by the side.
More of the surface area.
Yeah, it was just more of a flat. Once other versions of it just had an axe blade, just like a straight up axe blade, just a heavy fucking axe blade. The width of your neck, or an average neck, and it didn't work all the time. Like sharp as it might get halfway through, it might get a quarter, and it might take a couple drops. And the guillotine, it's because of the gravity and just the way that the grade of the blade and just how sharp it just lopped it right off. But
it was also
people were upset. It was not taking enough time. The show was over before it started. They didn't like it.
Yeah, it was also the added weight to the top of it that they put on the back of it, so it would not fail. Because there was also I can't remember who the guy was, but he preferred a sword because he said that he could cut off people's heads quicker, and it wouldn't you wouldn't run into the kind of problems you would with an axe, where you would get, oh, that didn't go all the way through, or I hit the top of your head.
I missed.
Stay with me here. Just hold on. I'll get it. But there's also, have you ever heard of pressing? where they put you on like a stage, essentially similar to like the gallows, but they just put a big piece of metal or wood on top of you and just put different things on it that would eventually crush you. Like, this is insane.
This is like also one of the least creative
Yeah.
ways of like killing somebody. Like,
But it was the
we're
same-
just gonna squish them.
It was the same type of thing where they would have a ton of the public out there to watch, and it was like, okay,
Yeah, like
that sounds boring as hell. Just hearing somebody scream.
Oh, can I stand on him too? Like,
I found this big rock. Can I put it up there?
I do think it's fun how many times they brought in the horse. Like the guillotine was like sometimes a horse was used to like lift the blade because of how heavy it was, and even before the guillotine came into play, there was a different version of it where they had like a peg that held the blade in place, and for one example, if it, because crime fit the punishment, if you were found guilty of stealing a horse, they would have the horse that you stole pull the plug and execute
Which
you.
is such a weird, insane logic. Like, that horse is going to want to get in on this.
Yeah, the horse wanted to go home.
We got to make this poetic.
But yeah, I mean, horses were pretty integral to the torture system. In terms
the
of, like
draw and quartering. It's just
and I
insane.
bet they could have pressed horses. A horse press, just
Like, you guys couldn't find a big cliff? You guys didn't build a building or anything
Yeah.
that you could just push them off?
go
with?
midsummer on it. Like make them walk the plank and fucking take a big hammer to them.
It's just a weird. It seems like the XFL of killing people, where you're like, well, we got the NFL, but it's getting kind of stale, so we need like some more theatrics. We need "He Hate Me" now instead of player names. We need kind of made up monikers, but it's a very strange. I mean, capital punishment in general is like, nobody wants to die, so it doesn't matter how you. Maybe you're more reluctant to commit a crime if it's going to be 4 hours of getting your flesh ripped off and filled with molten mercury and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean, even now today, like in like
you
America,
die at a certain point.
yeah. I
So
mean,
it's
even in America, like even if you go to prison, it's like, all right, you're not it ain't prison in fucking Norway, like
Yeah.
where you're just being punished and here's another one. You're supposed to be repaired and then sent back into the wild.
Yeah.
But in America, you don't want to go to fucking prison because you're sending into a racial war zone where you're going to be up against sexual assault daily, abuse from guards, and just rotting and like abuse of all sorts. But that's humane, and
Yeah.
and people profiting off of it. That's humane. That's okay.
which I don't think ICE officers have really thought that through yet.
Ooh, oh yeah, baby.
Oh, you're law enforcement and you terrorize the communities that are marginalized by police? Good luck.
All right, well,
Godspeed, friend.
yeah, you're gonna get some special treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guillotine. It's it's an endure. I think it's time. Like did we already touch on the fact that during the French Revolution or after, when people were held accountable, 16,000 people had their heads lopped off from the guillotine. Like I don't think they were being too discriminate about who they were.
Yeah.
I
think came up during that time where it was so easy to do, so they had to justify using it more.
Yeah,
Which is like, well, we got this, so.
if we're gonna have a bunch of people come out for a beheading and it's gonna be really efficient,
If Bill's going to continue to sharpen this blade, we got to get the use out of it.
yeah, we got to get our money's worth. 'Cause, it's a whole production setting this thing up.
So, like, that's where it kind of came about during the revolution, is that they got the majority of the kind of aristocracy at the time, but they were also finding tangential kind of connections of like, oh, you were friends with a guy who worked there? No.
Which I'm for, aiding
Yeah.
and abetting. Like during all this,
That's true.
All this Epstein stuff, I'm like, yeah, all the people implicated in the files and in the who are named, terrible, awful, evil, disgusting human beings. But also, how about all the pilots, all the people that work this island, all the
Yeah.
people that like were just like turning a blind eye or just being like, well, I make enough money. Like, what the fuck are what? You are that's horrendous. Like you were.
That's another stance of Pam Bondi's idiocy is, well, if we catch them all, the whole system will
Yeah,
collapse.
burn it down.
That's your goddamn job.
Let's restart.
Like,
Hit
what are you
hard
talking about?
restart. If that's the case, give us. This ain't good enough. We gotta.
You're gonna lose all your hair if we take all the cancer out. So
Listen, if
sorry.
yeah, the body's gonna go too if we lop your head off. So
Yeah.
just god damn. But yeah, it's time. Bring it back.
I feel like it's a good. It serves especially in more recent times as like a good icon of the descent of billionaires, which is pretty awesome. Like I saw some protest, somebody had a sign that said they want 1939, but they're going to get 1789. I was like, that's awesome. That is a very well put encapsulation of.
And I'm glad we're seeing. Like, I mean, it's just a sign at a protest, but like if the seed has to start somewhere, like that, and people are like have that attitude, like that's kind of where we need to be, because like the system is not going to hold the people that hold the system up up to they're not going to hold them for their crimes. So like somebody's going to have to do it, and fuck, if it's got to be us, it's got to be us. But
yeah, I feel like the majority of this administration, the time that they've been in office, I just keep thinking of like, when and how far does this go bad? Because it's going to have to get to a point where it's like pretty damn bad, which I think we're closely getting to.
Well, yeah, there's an essay. I wonder if I could find it, but it's called "When Do We Kill Them?" And it like, because it's a point where it's like if you give a mouse a cookie kind of thing, but it's like the mouse isn't a mouse. Like the mouse is a military industrial complex and like political class that's just robber barons, and they're just fucking robbing us blind. So it's like, and they're just literally building a beta fucking test of a secret police. Like the fact that they I think they took ICE to Italy for the Olympics, or they were going to.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does that have to do with immigration? Why are they in like what are they doing over there if they're not your private secret police?
Yeah.
So shit like that, where it's like they're taking more an inch, they're taking a foot, they're taking 3 feet, and at some point they're gonna take everything. So I'm not officially saying we gotta kill them, but that is a question that at some point push comes to shove.
Yeah.
When do we shove back? In Minneapolis at least, they're shoving back, and we've seen protests shove back, but
it's also like
signs can only do so much.
This kind of concept of this has the implications to set off a world war, back to kind of how it was
And
pre
we're the
World
bad
War II.
guys.
Yeah, like I never really understood how tenuous NATO is, and the UN. Like it's all very like when the whole shit about Greenland was happening. It seemed very like if he does that, then Russia says, "Well, we're invading them. Okay, I want to take this, and then everybody starts doing that again, and that's what causes world wars.
Yeah, it's all a house of cards. Where it's just a game of chicken, and then
Yeah, I mean it's the shared belief that we live in a society that we can.
Which when you're doing it, you're like, yeah, we're all doing this, and then once somebody stops, it is just doing whatever the fuck they want.
It's the airport line. You're calling group 2, but somebody in group 3 went up there. Well, I'm going to be stupid if I'm not going up there.
Well, I'm not an idiot. I'm getting in there too.
Yeah. I don't want to have to fucking put my bag in the back because there's no room in the overhead compartment.
Next thing you know, the airplane's on fire and
Yeah.
throwing babies out the window.
I'm killing somebody for a Biscoff cookie.
I want those blue chips. Give me.
Yeah.
I want them all.
But it kind of has to be thought about, not by much smarter people than me or you.
No, I think
no
we got
offense.
it. We got it nailed on.
But about like, where does this go? And how does this go?
And what are we? Yeah, and that's a conversation I have with myself all the time. Is like, at what point, like, I'm not trained to do this kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like, where do you acquire that kind of training? And is that is that place already going to be, compromised by somebody that they sent in there? And it's just like,
I just think
this
back
is above my pay grade. I want to be talking about alcohol and getting fucked up and
Yeah.
stupid stories about pissing in a corner, and here we are talking about revolution.
thinking about, like, after watching Band of Brothers, like, that type of thing of, like, people preparing for war. I'm not prepared to go to war. Like, I don't know.
We're above drafting age. So.
I think about this when I'm smoking a joint watching documentaries about otters. But it's a thing where I'm like, I'm not currently prepared to go fight a war.
Against a fucking very
Are you
well-armed
fucking nuts?
military. I don't want to do it. Come on.
No!
Can you guys stop? I don't want to do this.
Cut this shit out. I got shit to do.
Yeah, man. The weed's legal. I want to smoke weed and watch
Yeah.
fucking Mallrats again. I don't want to have to do this shit.
It's just a weird, like, I realize how privileged my life has been because of this. Like, these thoughts of, like, there are some people.
Oh, I'm going to have to fight fascists.
I'm gonna fight a war? Fuck.
God damn it.
I
had plans.
But I think about, like, other countries where this shit happens constantly. Like, places that haven't had a secure system of government forever. And it's just a thing where, like, oh yeah, we go to war again, and, like, this is it. Like, that's one thing that Americans have been very privileged to live through. Of, like, just, we've known peace our entire, like, the majority of us. Granted, there has been
you get
wars.
into the lower class, and then, like, that's sort of gangs. Like, that's what caused the rise of gangs. It's like we live in a fucking war zone. So we're gonna have to raise soldiers. So not, saying it's okay and, like, everything they do is good,
I think this is more just speaking to my own ignorance.
Like, suburban upbringing, like, went to school, went to college.
But I went to college.
I learned about literature.
I have an associate's degree.
Good on you. You're doing great. Did you get a bachelor's?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just
you ever the humble man, Sean.
It's just how I reframe the world of, like, wow, I'm not a man. I'm not an adult.
I mean, rewatching Band of Brothers, or just thinking about, Hemingway or whoever, where they were, like, enlisting to go fight other people's wars because they were, like, seeing the rising tide of authoritarianism, and we're just over here like, well, it's here, and I'm still just fucking not.
I'm still dealing with fucking traffic on a commute.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird, I don't know. It's just how I'm dealing with it. It's like, fuck, man. I always feel guilty about I'm not doing enough, but then I don't know what to do.
Yes,
and it's like
that. I mean, that
I'm just gonna throw money at places that know what they're doing.
Well, that's something, and, like, that helplessness is part of what keeps us from doing anything. But maybe just talking about it gives us a place to a starting point, and just, like, knowing like-minded people are out there, and maybe somebody was like, meet in this basement midnight on this day. Fight Club, baby.
Yeah, let's get it going.
But or at least we get the blueprints for a guillotine, and we're like, well, when the time comes, we'll have the blade sharp.
I'll tell you what, if we get to the point where we're kind of killing billionaires, I don't think we should have a guillotine. I think we should go back to the hot pinchers and mercury.
I forget what they call. I'm a big Gaddafi fan. I like how they got him public, a rat fucking running loose and everybody going after him, and then just whoever caught him, I'd capture the flag.
That'd be pretty good.
That's not terrible.
Just a football game. Give him a red jersey and, like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. Well, you could have. I mean, it could be a whole season. Just like capture him, let him loose, and hem it. Like, sell permits.
Fucking Running Man.
The most dangerous game.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, he got a gun. He got a gun.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we tased him.
You discovered a crossbow. Level up.
Yeah. I mean, we could get more. I mean, we got the technology. Guillotine's great as a symbol. We could evolve past it, and just be like, we could Hunger Games these fuckers and just
It's just a crazy.
Ooh, putting them all against each other. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Squid Game it.
yeah. You got one. One of you's gonna survive,
Yeah.
but only one, and you're only gonna survive for a season.
Put them
'cause
all
we're
in
doing
an
another.
airplane hangar and throw one knife in it and be like, no one's leaving.
Yes,
Until
gladiators.
one. Yeah.
Back. We're back. Maybe that's what we do. The ice agents when we're done.
Limp
Just bring
wrist, painted orange.
their- Gladiator 3. Denzel reprises his role. Did he die? I don't know. I didn't watch it. No spoilers.
Yeah. But yeah, it's trying times, but I feel like our side's coming around. That's the one thing is like the start of this felt very hopeless of like he's just doing this. No one's saying it. No one's gonna stop this. But now it seems like we've had a fuck enough.
Yeah, it does seem like we're in the organization phase where it's just like this. We don't know what 2028 is going to look like. We don't know what's coming down the pike. We don't know what kind of snowball this is going to grow into. So just like it is, if it's being educated, if it's being whatever, if it does come down to like, I mean, seeing the Black Panthers back out there and defending the streets of Philadelphia, and it's like these things
Street patrols
are heartening, and like the amount of pushback is good, and like it's healthy, and just see, I don't know about healthy, but it's a good sign for people with heart who are literally standing up for what they believe in. Because meanwhile, we're just sitting there like, these guys are doing great work. How do we get in on that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It does come back down to like I don't know where to begin. Like, is it training firearm safety? Is it training, marksmanship? Is it learning survival skills? Is it
donating to mutual aid funds that can go shop for people when they don't feel comfortable leaving the house? Like,
yeah, is it buying out of street vendors? Like, and it's all good, but like before you have organization, you have disorganization. So like maybe this is the disorganized phase where at some point we're all, I see you doing this, you're doing this. How do we combine forces? How do we learn? How do we build?
which I think like Minneapolis has done an amazing job of doing that.
Yeah, they've
like,
mobilized and like just,
the entire city, like general strikes. They were able to do all that shit, and like nobody, from what I saw. Granted, I'm not watching the most unbiased shit. Because one side's propaganda and one side is what's happening. But it seems very clear that they had plans. They're organized to kind of figure this out.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about people going shopping and they're like filling their cars up 2 or 3 times, like all day, every day with like mutual aid funding to go get people food and stuff. But the side of this that gives me more hope is how big of idiots they are.
Yeah.
Like how big of that administration is so stupid, and they surround themselves with only people that say yes. That's never worked.
Yeah.
And will never work. So like you're just a bunch of cokeheads writing a screenplay,
Yeah.
and you all think it's fucking great.
Yeah, and when he does die, it's gonna be death of Stalin. They're all gonna turn on each other. There's gonna be no loyalty and like hopefully no follow through. That's also my hope. Is just like because he does seem to be the linchpin for the whole thing, where it's just like for whatever reason people bought into the one fucking con man.
Yeah.
And when he's gone, like hopefully, I mean, no one. I don't know anyone who else could take his place, and people are like, JD Vance is worse. I'm like, yeah, but
Everyone
I don't think
hates that dude.
Yeah, no one like that couch fucking loser. Like,
Yeah. Everyone in the administration hates that dude.
Yeah,
like you look at that Signal chat where he's like a fucking lost puppy trying to chime in. And it's like, is everybody gone? Why is nobody responding to this chain? Did we kill any brown people?
yeah, but yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
But I did see a fun one yesterday. It was a picture of Vance in front of a couch in the White House, and congratulations, happy Valentine's Day to the happy couple.
Yeah. I saw it.
You're never gonna live that one down, man. No matter what.
One Instagram account, fuck, I can't remember the name, but it's like dedicated to getting, just spreading the JD Vance couch fucking situation. I love how simple your goals are and how prevalent they've become.
I love the petty angles. Like I just hammer it back because like that's the stuff that these people like that's gonna bother them. Like Trump, like you see Trump getting rattled by like just keep bringing up the shit that bugs him.
And like Elon,
fuck facts. Just bully him back. Like this is what's gonna rattle him and get him off his access. Like maybe that's how you deal with the people that support him. You're just like, facts don't work. Logic doesn't work.
Yeah, because we live in different realities.
Yeah.
They live in the bubble of what Trump, whatever dear leader says.
Yeah, and it's like, I think bullying might be the only way to roust them from the fucking stupor of whatever they've bought into, where it's just like, if it makes you lose family members, whatever. But like,
I've been thinking about that.
And you could be real childish about it too. Oh yeah, is that what happened?
Yeah.
And
I just think of like all my uncles that wear their Trump shirt, and I'm just gonna next time I go home, I'm just gonna attack the pedo side of it, and just push it as hard as I possibly can to make everyone super uncomfortable until he stops wearing that shit. I'm just gonna get that scene from Peep Show where he's like, he's a pedo, and replay it at any time he talks. I'm not.
Yeah, man, and again, like you can't apply logic, but like all the shit that they like call the other, like the shit they call us, they're so guilty of us. These fucking cuck liberals. I'm like, you're wearing that dude's merch.
Yeah,
like this dude who's fucked you the hardest. He's fucking all of us. You're fucking your women's out of their rights, and you're still just wearing the fucking merch. You fucking dipshit.
Like all those dudes punching themselves. Like, I'm right here.
I love that.
I'm right here. Like,
or Tim Pool, like late. I don't know if you saw that clip where he's just like, I'm a bootlicker. You don't get it. It's my boot. I'm like, that's not any better.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the same thing, bud.
It's still fucking marched through shit, you dumbass. Like,
yeah.
But I was looking into that guy. I'm like, oh, he's not far from Pittsburgh.
Oh,
like,
all right.
I might take a little road trip this summer.
Yeah.
Just go say hi.
It's like all those dudes that are like, I will fight any liberal. Well, you have to live in my state. Well, you have to be near my city. I'm going to block you.
I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm just going to go get a boxing gym membership and just be like, all right, well, I'm going to at least know how to handle my own fucking, mano to mano.
But don't even do that. Just show up, have them hit you, then sue their ass. Be like, I'm taking your trailer.
Oh, I'm taking you for all $13 you got.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we nailed the guillotine.
We got it, gang.
We didn't remember the guy's name, but we did bring up the Scottish maiden and the gibbon. Yeah, Guillotine. You know the guy.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
The main thing is that what feels like it's happening for the first time here has happened countless times across the world, and they've all worked themselves out.
Yeah, so
for the most part. I'm not great at researching, so maybe there's cases that
everything's great everywhere else.
Yeah.
And it's largely in part to holding people accountable and lopping the heads off of those responsible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, symbols of the past, like, may let them guide the light of the future, you know?
Time's a flat circle and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
That's probably a great place to start.
Yeah.
Wrapping this up.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, we'll see you probably, 4 months if you're not on a list and locked up.
See ya post-revolution, gang.
All right.